Welcome to my AnIvIa guide. Now you must have obviously accidentally clicked on this video, so here's your opportunity to leave before the brain damage really sets in. You were warned. Now the important thing to understand about picking AnIvIa, a slow, immobile mage who shouldn't be allowed to stay off the ground flying that slow, is that by picking AnIvIa, you admit you hate yourself. I personally am a high tier AnIvIa main, and every day I wake up and want to die. I'm sorry to the 3 AnIvIa mains out there, but it's true. Now the hidden secret to playing AnIvIa and unlocking your true scumbag potential is to get farm. In lane, ignore the opponent. The opponent is important. Just farm. Team grouping? No. Farm more important. Split push? Get more farm. You must really hate this game at this point to be playing AnIvIa in the first place. So exact your bloody revenge by annihilating every minion generated by the game possible. AnIvIa can be played in any role depending on how much you hate yourself. ADC if you really, really hate existence. But the beauty of AnIvIa is when you pick mid AnIvIa. Because AnIvIa is known as a control mage, and some people will tell you that means she's all about AoE damage and controlling the flow of a fight. This is wrong. They are stupid. What it actually means is you get to control the minion wave by wiping out the little mindless shits running it down mid in their straight line formation. On to her abilities. AnIvIa's Q is a slow circular projectile which does damage passing through units and can stun. It's actually called your participation skill because of its 12-second base cooldown. If you miss this ability, you won't be participating in your lane for the next 12 seconds. Her W is called the Troll Wall, allowing you to erect a wall and become Trump AnIvIa, allowing you to keep those other filthy, possibly Mexican, players in the game away from your farm and any meaningful interaction with you, just like my crippling depression in real life. High-level AnIvIa mains will use it to interrupt allies' recall and fuck them in all manner of ways, reminding them of the filth which is your very own existence. Your E, the thing you max in lane, does double damage when hitting a frosted target, similar to my combination of hating social interaction but despising being alone. Now this is key because it lets you kill counter minions faster, so you want to avoid wasting it on enemy champion. And finally, your most important skill, your ult. It is AoE damage that applies frost, but most importantly it kills minion waves faster than my self-destructive and self-hating behaviour can kill friendships. AnIvIa's passive is the most confusing part of her kit. By picking AnIvIa and accepting the self-loathing your life has brought you, you are begging to die, and Riot facilitates this by making you the squishiest character in the game. But, and here's the glaring issue with her, as you beg the enemies to end your mediocre existence upon this mortal plane, you instead come back to life with your passive, stuck in a never-ending hell of a game. So of course the only thing you can do now is make the game an unending hell for your enemies by split pushing and getting all the farm. Now you may have noticed in the background footage that I'm laning against an Alistair. The problem with being the farm god that is AnIvIa is that you often attract animals, vermin, and other filth with the sheer size of your farm. Such as this Alistair, this filthy walking Wagyu beef burger that has come at the mere sound of some good farm to come graze my lane. Now what you need to do when you encounter these filthy degenerates is to murder them, remind them of their pointless existence. Now let's look at some high tier AnIvIa god gameplay compared to some casual platinum AnIvIa gameplay. As you can see, this player has managed to kill Bard, accidentally with Bard's sheer stupidity, and manages to kill the Kayn with an auto attack, allowing him to not waste any of his cooldowns that he can then use on farm. Meanwhile, this filthy plat player, who's just a mere casual at AnIvIa, has already wasted lots of time by not being in lane getting farm. He also wastes some significant cooldowns and fails to screw over his teammates with his troll wall. He's wasted so much time, in fact, that he's managed to incur a quadra kill. Think about the sheer amount of farm he could have got if he had been in a lane. Now watch as this high-tier, skillful ChAlLeNjOuR AnIvIa main goes into this fight. He skillfully misses his attacks, hoping his teammates can quickly kill them so he can get back to his farm, but his teammates are so inept that he still gets the kill anyway. Luckily, he still has cooldowns to get the farm from mid lane. Here we can observe a very rookie error from this casual, platinum, peasant AnIvIa player. Although he skillfully dodges the Maokai ult by using the get out of the way move, he wastes his cooldowns on almost one-shotting the Sivir. Here we see the filthy platinum peasant, having learnt from some of his mistakes, focusing on the mid lane farm rather than doing anything else productive, like how I avoid being productive in my life. When all of a sudden, a filthy degenerate Rek'Sai tries to stop him getting farm. He skillfully uses his secret trump AnIvIa move, and manages to absolutely devastate this Rek'Sai, reminding this Rek'Sai of why she's considered a failure to her family. Now for the whole game you split push and remind all those people trying to escape the pains of life by playing a video game that there is no escape, that your split pushing scumbaggery is there to remind them of their mediocre pointless existence defined only by varying heights of pain and misery. So now with this handy dandy guide, you should be able to play AnIvIa how she was originally intended. You can split push to victory, or defeat, or whatever the fuck you want, as long as you have the highest CS in the game by the end, and reminded everyone in the game, enemies and allies, of the soul-crushing existence that you all share.